got a battle against a guy named Zero. His team looked pretty normal, aside from the Weavile and the Dusknoir. I really only see Dusclops, and even that isn't very common. And I'm pretty sure that Dusclops was UU, and then Dusknoir was RU or NU or something in Black and White and Black and White 2. So, I don't know, it was interesting. His Weavile, I guess since there aren't many, I guess you could say, good Pokemon available after you beat the game, or not so much after you beat the game, just in game in general. I guess he just used whatever he could. But yeah, his team looks pretty nice, and yeah, there really wasn't anything on his team that was too threatening. He's actually gonna end up leading off with his Dusknoir, as I lead off with my Greninja, just because I didn't really know what he was gonna lead off with, and his Dusknoir actually ends up being quite a problem in the beginning. Oh, my mistake. I lead off with my Diggersby. I'm pretty sure Dusknoir carries Will-O-Wisp, so I'm just gonna go for the U-turn, predicting him to Will-O-Wisp, not wanting my Diggersby to get burned. Pretty sure he wasn't scarfed, so yeah. I switch into my Greninja off the U-turn, and he actually goes for the Trick Room, which was kind of surprising, but at the same time, I suppose it didn't really matter, just because I'm guessing he was just certain that he could live any attack that I would have wanted to go for, and then gone for the Will-O-Wisp in return. Now he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, and I could just go for the Dark Pulse, and it actually does a really good amount of damage. I thought that this thing was a little more bulky, but I guess maybe he's just more physically oriented. I don't really physically defensive, I should say. I feel like that kind of wouldn't make sense though, since he's carrying the Will-O-Wisp. But anyways, I go for the Hydro Pump, predicting him to want to save his Dusknoir, maybe wanting to switch into his Tyranitar or something. But he stays in and goes for the Pain Split, which I don't know. I just don't really think of Pain Split like on pretty much anything. Like, I know Rotom used to get me with it all the time. But anyways, he goes to the Pain Split, and that's got him at obviously higher health than me after leftovers and whatnot. He goes for the Shadow Punch, and I go for the Grass Knot, I guess, again, predicting him wanting to save his Dusknoir, considering how well it's been doing. And it still does a good amount of damage, but it's not enough to take him out. He just takes me out with a Shadow Punch, and yeah, his Dusknoir has actually been quite a bit of a problem. And now I'm just going to go into my Talonflame, and I just go for the Acrobatics, because at this point I'm just like, yeah, he's not going to switch out. So yeah, his Dusknoir finally goes down, and it wasn't so much of a threat as it was just kind of a nuisance. Anyways, yeah, he goes into his Tyranitar because he knows that I can't really do anything to him, and I go into my Diggersby wanting to get off an Earthquake. And so, because I was fairly certain that if he went for the Stone Edge, I could live that, and if he went for the Crunch, I could live that. And he goes for the Crunch, and probably just predicting me to switch out, and wanting to hit my entire team well. Actually, he doesn't hit my Breloom well. But anyways, I go for the U-turn, predicting him to switch, wanting to get some momentum, but he actually stays in them. He actually doesn't pull any big switches, or at least not that I can remember. Anyways, he could have gone for the Stone Edge or the Crunch, and my Breloom would have been able to resist both of those. So I switched to my Breloom. Still does a good amount of damage. Gets the Defense Fall, which doesn't really matter too much. But I go for the Spore, just predicting him to want to switch out, because the majority of his team actually outspeeds my Breloom. So I wanted to maybe catch his Gyarados, or if he stayed in, I wanted to Spore him just so that way he'd be pressured into switching into his Gyarados, wanting to maybe save his Tyranitar. And he is, and because of that, I go for the Bullet Seed rather than the Mach Punch or the Swords Dance. So that does good amount of damage, but it's only gonna get 2 hits, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 hits. And after Sand, I still don't know if I can knock him out with the Mach Punch, and I don't want to try, just because my Breloom is actually pretty important. So I decided to switch into my Talonflame, predicting the Ice Fang, because that's really the only thing that Gyarados has to hit me super effectively. But I still think that actually a Waterfall would have been able to take me out with 1 hit. So yeah, he actually gets the freeze. So yeah, I just have a stuffed Talonflame now. But anyways, I actually go for the Flare Blitz. And at the time, I wasn't sure if Flare Blitz thawed through ice, but it does. So yeah, I don't really look for moves that specifically say that they thaw you through ice. So that was nice. I was actually able to take it out. So yeah, he goes into his Tyranitar, still asleep, and I was pretty sure that I'd still get like one more turn of sleep on him. So I just go for the Swords Dance because I know that around this amount of HP, Flare Blitz from a Talonflame after Swords Dance can actually take out Tyranitar, as surprising as that might sound. So I go for the Swords Dance, and next turn I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz, and it actually takes him out, which was really nice. I'm pretty sure that was just like, if it wasn't max damage, then it was like a guaranteed hit KO, but just by like 1 hit point or something. Anyways, he sends in his Goodra, and I go for the Acrobatics, and I thought Goodra was more bulky than this. I'm guessing he just maybe didn't have HP investment or something, because I'd be surprised if an unboosted Acrobatics from a Talonflame 2-hit KO'd it. My bad. He sends in his Mawile. I don't want to overpredict and go for the Acrobatics just because I know this thing can be really bulky, and if I wasn't able to 2-hit KO it, and he went for the Sucker Punch or something, then and he went for the Swords Dance, then I'd kind of be in a really bad situation. So I decided just to go for the Flare Blitz. Maybe he'd overpredict and go for the Swords Dance, and then I'd just be able to take him out. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to play it safe, and he takes me out with the Sucker Punch. I'm okay with that, just because I have both my Diggersby and my Garchomp left. I decided to go in my Garchomp because, wait, I'm actually not even sure if I still have my Diggersby left. Anyways, I just go for the Earthquake with my Garchomp. I didn't remember this battle very well. I had it like a few days ago. Anyways, take that out. Yeah, I do have my Diggersby left. I stay in just because I have the Yache Berry, and I know I can take the Ice Punch, but I don't take it very well at all, just because, I mean, it is still super effective, even after the Yache Berry, you know? So, I go for the Earthquake, and he has the Focus Sash, which isn't a big deal, just because, like, sure, my Talonflame is gone, and I don't have priority on that anymore, and my Breloom could Mach Punch, but it probably has Ice Shard, but I do have my Scarf Diggersby, which will outspeed it, and I do have Quick Attack, so even if he went for the Ice Shard, I go first just because I am faster with the Scarf. And with the priority. So, that was battle against Zero. I don't know if I said his name in the beginning, but whatever. That was the battle. And I'm going to have some more up soon. So, yeah, thanks for watching.